New year, new me. I'm losing 25 things that I no longer need and are going to make me feel so much better about myself. And I'm starting with one of the things I struggle most, which is like lotions, potions, beauty products. I am one of those people who will fall for every TikTok where there's like a lady, she's like, I'm 70 and I use this lotion and she looks like a newborn baby. I will buy it. It will be crap. I will feel bad about myself and I will keep it in my drawer. So here's what I'm committing to: letting go of the stuff that I don't love and doesn't work, but also not buying any new stuff. There is no magic solution out there. I've tried it all. I'm sticking with what I know and like, and I'm letting the rest go. You should do the same thing. Always on the hunt for a mascara. None of them seem to work. None of them seem to work. Always on the hunt for a mascara. And I bought this and it is shit and I don't know why I have it still. I know you cost as much as a mortgage, but I don't need you. Cool beans, feeling good about this. Let's move on. Next, I'm getting really hard real with myself about my clothes. I do this all the time, but I have clothing that is so cute in theory. What in the legally blonde adorableness? But the truth is, it doesn't look great on me. I don't feel confident in it, and I'm gonna gift it to someone who's actually gonna love and appreciate it so I can stop feeling bad. I want you to go in your closet and be really real about what you wear and what you don't, and say goodbye to the stuff that's just taking up space, because you deserve better and you deserve to only have the things in your closet that make you feel great about yourself. I know what it's like. I've recently gained 30 pounds. And so I feel like none of this stuff makes me feel really great right now. But I do have clothing that I wouldn't wear. It's like not an option for my body right now. So it has no business being in my closet. Goodbye, bullies. Goodbye. I feel like I will never not struggle with mismatched socks with so many people in the house. It's just they always end up in the bottom of the laundry basket. Then I put them in the lost sock bag and I do that game where I like match them. But you know what? I just need less socks. That's all there is to it. It would be easier if I had less. So I'm going to take literally 2 seconds, pair what I can, and just declutter. We have more than enough socks that we don't need to keep all the mismatched ones. So these can be like an easy go. Found a match, found chicka wow wow. This, this easy go, easy go, easy go. I want to burn it all to the ground. Easier go, easier go. Oh, I found a match and we celebrate. Look at these. They look like the same, but they're not. Ha ha ha. The pain of my existence. These are matched. Found chicky wow wow. Found chicky wow wow. Look at all these matches. I'm on fire. Unused craft supplies. I consider myself a crafter, so craft supplies are kind of identity clutter. It's things that feel like a part of me because I love it so much, but the truth is I haven't crocheted in years and I have no desire to. But holding on to all of these supplies makes me feel like I can't try any new crafts, new like hobbies, because this is taking up space, first of all, and I feel guilty like I should be doing this. So you know what? I am determined to try a new hobby for 2025, and I'm going to make room by just forgiving myself for not loving this anymore and letting all of it go. Being excited because this means I can try a new crafting hobby. Speaking of hobbies, unfinished projects is a big one for me. Whether it is like a hobby that you started or it's something that's broken that you were going to fix. For me, I have quite a few things I had like good intentions of doing and never got around to it. And this is one of those things. My grandmother passed away and this was a gnome in her garden, and my mom asked that I paint it for her and like shellac it, and I've had it for almost a year. And it's just like this guilt every time I look at it. So we have two options when it comes to unfinished projects. I can finish it. I can give myself a deadline of 2 days and finish it, or I can let it go. Obviously, I'm not going to declutter this gnome. I'm going to actually paint it. But Finishing a project is decluttering. So whether it's that scrapbook you've been meaning to get to for 5 years or something broken that will just be a few minutes to repair, do it now or let it go. I am super embarrassed to show you this closet, but these are two things that I tend to hoard and it's so hard for me to let go of, and that is home decor stuff and then bins and baskets. Because I'm an organizer and I do other people's homes. So all the extra like containers, I'll come home from a project and I'll just chuck them in here. Or if I have home decor stuff that I'm just too lazy to actually put away, I chuck it in here. And enough is enough. I am sick of looking at this, sick of rooting around. So I'm letting go of the home decor that I'm not using and all the extra bins and baskets, because containers can be clutter too. If you're not using it and you're just storing it for one day, it's absolutely clutter and it's leaving. Go me, go me. Woo! Two things that I always have way too much of in my office are notes. I'm a note taker, but the act of taking the notes is what's helpful for me. So I need to consistently go through and declutter all the little to-dos and the little things I write down, just goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. And the other thing that I have to declutter are cords and cables. I have so many. It's overwhelming because it feels like, what if these are important or good for something? But the truth is, I have so many, I can't find the ones that are actually good and important, because it's like a big disaster zone of crazy pants. So I'm going to take a few seconds and just trust that if I haven't used these in the last year, I'm not going to. And if I don't know what it's for, I have no reason to keep it. And the cords are leaving. My kitchen is far from perfect. They're old cabinets that are just painted, so the storage isn't super great. I don't want to have a crock out because I'm a ladybug and I just hate looking at any visual clutter, but this isn't working. And I know it's because I have too much and I don't have the right storage. So as cute as this organizer is, I'm gonna see if I can rearrange and declutter and just make my kitchen a little tiny bit more functional for 2025. If I could. With the magic of and muscles. No muscles. It's about finesse. It's about. Do I have any memory of using super glue? No. Does that mean I didn't? Also no. Is it stuck with goo? Is it goo? Oh my god. It was goo. It was a 3M strip. Thank god it wasn't super glue. I'm out of breath! Super easy thing you can declutter is just saying no to all the promotional kitschy stuff. So the water bottles or the travel coffee mugs or the magnets that you got from real estate agents that you don't even work with. All that type of stuff, mugs, pens. It is junk and it needs to leave. Books I'll never read again. This again is hard because as a professional organizer, I feel like I have to keep every professional organizing book, but some of them I just don't love, or they served their purpose. So I'm gonna make room for new ones to come or something else in my life by letting the ones I don't love go. The other thing I'm letting go of this year is food that I bought that nobody likes or is really not good for me. You know what I mean? Like, yes, we own it, but that doesn't mean I need to keep it. There is things like candy that my kids don't like that I'm just gonna have a moment of weakness and totally eat one day. Or we got a bunch of little chocolates, rum cake, for Christmas. We don't love it, so why am I allowing it to take up space? I'm not gonna eat it, and if I do have a moment of weakness and eat it, I'm not gonna enjoy it. I'm ruthlessly decluttering, and I'm not worried about where to donate this today. I don't have the capacity. I just want to do better going forward, and the best way I can make healthy choices is by eliminating the unhealthy junk that we should never eat. Two quick things that I have been meaning to declutter are all the many apps on my phone and subscriptions. I'm going to start with subscriptions because I did take a look and realized that I had been paying for things I had no idea I was actually paying for, like an Adobe scanner reader or something and some Facetune. So those are immediately leaving and I'm going to be saving money. But also I have so many apps on my phone that it's hard to see what I have. So I'm just going to take a second and delete all the ones I don't use. I have this Sentimental catcher, I guess. It's like a memory catcher here in my entranceway, but I need to go through it and actually put the things away and declutter. So I love that I have time now in between when I got these things, so they feel less special than they did at the moment, right? It's like, it felt like the most special thing ever, but now I can make those tough decisions about things that can go. Like this, beautiful, but not the best work my kids have ever done. It's easy to let that go because I'm keeping the really good stuff. Photos and awards, first goal, tests can go. Ooh, goodbye. Ooh, goodbye. Keep. Goodbye. Keep. And Izzy drew our Christmas card a couple years ago and I kept every single one for some reason. I'm just gonna keep one for me and one for her, and the rest can go. This closet is like one of those things that just never stays tidy. So I'm going to do a quick declutter of sheets and bedding and linens, and you should too. Because what happens is we treat ourselves to maybe a new set of sheets, and over the years, we never actually declutter the old ones. So I'm going to take a quick second and just, I mean, the organizing system sucks in here. But, and I'm not a folder, so don't judge, but I'm just going to try to identify things that can go so that it's easier. Like this can definitely go, so that it's easier to find sheets and bedding when we need them. Because if we need emergency sheets because everyone's puking, you don't want to root around trying to find what you need. I know I don't fold well, but I feel like this can go. This can go. Just done this, so it's not crazy bad. And oh, definitely, like, these are so yellowed. Pillowcases. Gross. They can go. Goodbye. Feeling pretty good. I'm going to keep these 2 extra blankets, and this I think is like a top sheet. I wonder if I could just shove it. Folding like a champ. Folding like a champ. Good enough to move on. Look at all the stuff that's leaving. Something that I always forget to do that's super important is just going through and making sure the medicine, like cough medicine and your antacids, all that type of stuff, hasn't expired. I should do this every few months. I always forget, and you should do it right now. This is like one of my many things for this year, is to make sure that I'm keeping up on things that could potentially make my family sick because I've not thrown out the expired stuff. Expired. 2022? I've definitely checked these recently and missed this. This expired in 2016. I'm not good at math. 9 years ago! That's, this expired in 2019. What? I swear this is crazy pants. What the diggity deuce? Over here, saving lives. Declutter your medicine. Kids grow fast, so take a second and go through and see if there's any games or toys they've outgrown. Get them out of your house because you'll have more space and more peace. This can all go. I'll just put it in here. A quick junk drawer declutter is something that we should all do all the time, but if you haven't in a while, 2025 is the year for less junky junk drawer. I probably can't find a ton of stuff, but one thing I do recommend that you do is take 2 seconds and just test your pens and markers, because so many times we'll throw them back in, they don't work, and we toss them back in, and it's such a huge time waster. So get rid of pens that are dead, or anything else that like it just, you're not using, you're not loving. Make your junk drawer super organized. A huge source of clutter in my home is actually tech boxes and manuals. But when you buy something and it's expensive, whether it's like something for your computer or a Fitbit that I don't even have anymore, for some reason we keep the boxes. I don't need the empty boxes, but I also don't need all those outdated manuals. So take a look really quick. You'll be surprised at what you find. Like I have things and pieces of tech that I haven't used in a decade, and I'm still holding on to them. Take 5 seconds, look, and let go. A really easy one are things that your kids have outgrown. Kids never get smaller. So shoes, outerwear, coats, all of these type of things are really easy. But while I'm in here, I'm also going to tackle shoes that are really worn that I'm like not in love with anymore. Like these sandals, the toe is all worn out. I deserve better and I have others. So new year, new me. I'm only keeping the things that I'm proud of and that look good on me. And if I have something like I loved these Converse so much, but they're so worn and ripped, I'm going to treat myself to new ones. These gotta go. Here in the garage, it's cold and dirty and we just dump stuff. This is the spot where we don't want to deal with it, so we just like plop it here till later. And there's empty containers. I'm just gonna take a second and just toss this. For you, environmental warriors, I know I'm putting everything in the trash. Later, you can take it out and you can sort it into recycling or different types of disposal, but keep the mojo going when you're doing trash bag therapy and put everything into one bag so you don't get decision fatigue. Wait, what's this? Nobody knows, so it goes in the trash. Like 2 minutes, so much better. That felt good. And the last thing that I am committing to decluttering in 2025 is toxic relationships. Maybe I'm not necessarily completely cutting that person out of my life, but I'm definitely putting boundaries on my time and my energy and putting up walls so I'm not taken advantage of anymore. And I would encourage you to do the same thing. This is the year that we can ask ourselves 2 questions. First, what do we want less of? Less stress, less work, less busyness and hustling around, and more peace, more happiness, and more me time. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for those of you who have stayed to the end. I totally forgot to share this story with you. I shared it with my experts in my experts group, but New Year's we hosted. And I have a lot of like social anxiety when it comes to having people in my home because I'm not a great cook and I just feel like I'm supposed to entertain them, but I'm not sure how. The point is, I spent the night before like making all these salads and I did this baked brie thing and I chopped up all the meat and cheese for a charcuterie board and went crazy pants. My friends actually invited me out on like New Year's Eve and I'm like, I can't. I'm preparing all this food to have this epic party on New Year's Eve. People were supposed to show up at 6. We had ordered pizza to come at like 6:30, and at 5:30 I got a fire call for a multiple car pileup. So I had to leave and I was like, Joe, the brie's in the oven. The salads are in the fridge in the basement and there's salads up here and these are the desserts and this is the charcuterie. Everything's ready. I'll be back as soon as possible. But it took like forever and I was out on the 401 for like a super long time. The whole time I didn't have my phone and I'm just stressing about all the guests who are at my house without me. I finally got back. It was almost 9 o'clock. And guess what, friends? Guess what, friends? Joe forgot about the brie. He forgot about the salads. He forgot about the charcuterie and all the food. All he served people was the pizza and that was it. And it was fine. It was fine. Nobody cared. Nobody missed. Nobody knew. And so like all my stress and anxiety to make things perfect and go above and beyond was a complete waste of my time. So I learned such an awesome lesson. 1, don't trust my husband. No. 2, sometimes good enough is good enough. And people just want to hang out and they don't care what your house looks like and they don't care what the food is. They just want to spend time with you. So invite some people over for 2025. That's totally something I'm going to do more of. Exposure therapy, man. We'll see you guys next time.